surely now you've got to be favourites for this title. 9 points clear of second place, 11 points clear of Manchester City.
Well, what did I say on Thursday, guys? What did I say on Thursday? I said if we beat Manchester City on Sunday, I'm going to come in with chest. And guess what? After the game yesterday, I said on my fan cams, Liverpool will win the Premier League. You've got it on camera.
Finally.
I've seen enough evidence now. After 20 games, we're a third of the way through the season. And in my opinion, I've seen enough from our team that constitutes us as not only just title runners, but title winners. And if we can do that in Arne Slot's first season, it's incredible. But going back to the performance, Pep always gets rattled at Anfield. There was a bit of respect at the end when he clapped us. We clapped him back. And he was right. 6 defeats in 7. He is right. And he is right. 6 Champions Leagues. He is right. And Man City, as you said, Virgil van Dijk, his XG was twice as much as Erling Haaland. He should have had a hat-trick, if I'm honest.
He should have done.
Had 2 more headers. Szoboszlai should have scored
free
a couple.
headers.
Gakpo missed a couple.
That header, who's like,
Trent had one off the line.
How didn't I score? How?
Really? Of course, I'm over the moon to win that game. Yeah. I'm over the moon to win the game, and it's a bit of a mental barrier we overcome because we haven't beaten them since October 2022. We've played the champions of Spain and England in a week, scored loads of goals, should have scored more. We haven't conceded any. But to get that one over the line against City is massive, and that's why the confidence now shifts between can we do it against the champions we have now, and now from this team, the evidence that I've seen, we should be going on to win the title now.
Yeah, I mean, it was an unbelievable performance, wasn't it?
Very well put.
They're so good. I don't know what's going on with you lot, but you're so good.
Thank you.
And also, like half time, I think City had like an XG of like 0.07
They didn't
or
test.
something. It was just ridiculous. If someone would have told me that was like a mid-table team, I'd have believed you.
Lower.
Well,
do you know what?
Southampton did better
They did.
than what City did. When Southampton played you guys last week, they played much better than what City did.
Yeah.
They were dreadful.
But
City.
don't take anything away from Liverpool.
No, not taking
because
anything
to have
away.
a week like that and to beat Madrid, to beat City.
No Alisson, no Jota.
Yeah,
Trent
like
was injured.
no one can chat to you anymore about not
Unbelievable.
playing any teams that can challenge
Have
you.
we still not played anyone good?
No.
Yeah.
We already
City
decided
rubbish.
that last night.
And we said to you last week you played someone good. So
But do you know what? Someone called Dave, shout out Dave, he came on the fan cams yesterday and said, it's like year 11s versus year 7s. And it was that. When big man just boots your ball over the fence and you can't get it back.
They got a little broad, man.
They absolutely,
All over
and I
the
have to give a huge shout out to Joe Gomez. I know he used to be your bodyguard at school and protect your cookies, but he's gone on to bigger and better
Done very
things,
well.
man.
Done very well, but I didn't have...
never complains.
No.
He's always there when we need him. I mean, the injuries that he's had to overcome early on in his career, to actually have the mental strength to come back and be called upon like that, and he always delivers. Left back, centre mid. I think he's played centre back 55 times for Liverpool. He's got 33 clean sheets. And against City, obviously Bradley comes out, Trent comes in, has to acclimatise. Kelleher's save. Oh, mate, that goalkeeper, it just blows
Can't
my
be
mind.
good keeping him
more
for
and
much
more
longer.
every week.
I remember
He's
when he used to be
unbelievable.
there, I used to miss him.
Unbelievable.
His second keeper.
So yeah, massive shot. I think Szoboszlai, the energy was a joke. He was incredible. Diaz always makes people make mistakes. The assist from Salah for Gakpo's goal,
Yeah,
eye of
man.
the needle stuff, and then gets his pen, missed one.
The shot, wasn't it?
Missed the 1v1.
So obviously across.
He had a great
Missed a
1v1.
massive, and again, I didn't even mention that. It could have been 6 or 7
Yeah, he
nil.
put it over
The
the
only
bar.
thing I'm disappointed about in that game is that we didn't
Score
really
more.
crucify them. Because 2-0 looks great, and it is great for the table. But really, we should have been beating them 6 or 7 nil. And I
Matisse.
never thought I'd ever say that. By the way.
Matisse, right, as we said, not taking anything away from Liverpool, because that was like, that performance was sort of like a mixture of Arne Slot and Klopp,
Mixed together.
where they were so intense, right?
Yeah.
However, was you shocked at how bad City were? I mean, that first half in particular, they were terrible, weren't they?
I'm not shocked anymore. They've been that bad for weeks. They've been, battered by Tottenham, battered by Liverpool. That was no
Brighton
different.
took them apart in the
That
second
was
half.
no different to when Liverpool played United. Like City have been put in Ten Hag level United performances. They can't keep the ball. They can't defend.
The
They can't score goals.
defending is the one
The
that's
defending
like,
is shocking.
Jesus
But even the
Christ.
chance creation is shocking. Haaland's not getting loads of chances, and they didn't even play with wingers last game. They had Rico Lewis at right wing going up against Robertson. If there's one person at Liverpool this season you could say maybe you could get some change out of him, it's Robertson. And what does he do? He goes and plays a fullback at wing. He still keeps Walker in the team as per usual. Their midfield, they were treating the ball like they had no care, they didn't want it. They couldn't keep it. They couldn't string 3, 4, 5 passes together. He does bring the wingers on eventually, which did bring them back into it a little bit in terms of the general play, but they're not creating enough clear-cut chances. Kelleher didn't have enough to do.
When he was called upon, though, made a massive
when he
save
was
at
called
1-0.
upon, but they can't. There's no category. They're not ticking any boxes right now. They can't do anything.
Don't you think the Kevin De Bruyne situation is really odd?
Well, remember I said last week, right? I said, if I see certain players, right, dropped for no reason that seems really weird.
I don't think he's been dropped.
Right? It's then maybe they're the ones because
he's fit enough to feature at some point.
No, but Abby, I had this theory, right, that those scratches and all that, the busted.
Someone had a fight.
That there was a fight, and I said if some obvious players are left out, it might be them. No Edison, no De Bruyne, and he brought De Bruyne on very late as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did one of them punch him?
Listen,
you wanted to be.
I'm looking at Grealish, someone that he usually plays in big games, retain the ball, give them a bit of an outlet, keep possession. He doesn't play. That for me was a bit of a shock. But De Bruyne's not featured all season. I just don't think he's fit.
He's not.
And he's had injury issues before. And the thing is with De Bruyne is he was an engine. He was a box to box. He was a tempo setter. He was able to get up and down, make tackles, and do everything in that midfield. Maybe he can't do that anymore. Gundogan can't do that. Rico Lewis can't do that. You keep going through that team. Walker.
Grealish has got 0 goals in 2024.
Mate, the team are just aging.
Since he's made that
move, he's been pants.
Talk about the Grealish thing all the time. Mate, massively underwhelming since he's made that £100 million move. Don't get me wrong, in the treble season, I think towards the end of it, he was having a good season and did. Since he's been there, nowhere near what we expected to see. Let's just call a spade a spade.
What about
it's not been good enough.
Flex? What about the drop off from certain Phil Foden?
That's what I mean. And
how can you go from
many getting away with it?
How can you go from winning you're the best player to what we're seeing now?
Yeah, because
what's happened?
I'll tell you why. It's a collective of things, right? Obviously, Phil Foden's grounding of how he became this good is testament to his environment of what he's always been in, right? So he didn't go on loads of loans as a young player, and he learned under David Silva and these types of players, and had to bide his time. And the system. I'm not taking anything away from his talent because he's unreal and has been previously, but the system in which he's played in has always been conducive to his style, right? And what we're seeing is when there's a complete lack of functionality and stability in City's team, he's not Maverick. He's not give him the ball in the shit. Excuse me, in the mess and go and do it. He's not Maverick. The same with Haaland. We've said many times, high volume goal scorer. If you keep providing, but he's not the one to say, we're not doing anything here. I need to go drop off the front, get the ball myself.
Rovers, is he?
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not Maverick at all. So I think what Pepper's built has been so strong and so sustainable and relatable in terms of his style and the cycle of what they do, that it's repetition. But what we're clearly seeing is, of course, if you miss big players, it hurts you. I saw Michael Richards making a point, when you lost Odegaard, it hurt the team. The whole team was different.
Not as bad as this.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Not as bad as, but I'm saying big players. That's what I'm saying. Big players can impact a whole team. But when they have this many players out, and if you're talking about them trying to refresh their team, well, they haven't done it very well, really. They've let Julian Alvarez go, who was a good main source of goals if they needed to help out Haaland. He's gone, not replaced. You've got Kovacic in there. He's all right as nothing. They've brought back Gundogan, that's done now.
But also, they're much older. I know there is like two ends of the spectrum at City, but if you're looking at the midfield and you take Rodri out of it, then it's like Kovacic, I think, is 30.
He's in his 30s.
He's in his 30s. He's 31, I think.
He's always had injuries.
They're pretty much all of them are.
Gundogan is 33. So you're looking at that like engine room. You're looking for that athleticism and physicality. They haven't got
waste of money as well.
Yeah,
waste.
They haven't got it.
Got a midfielder with athleticism. I've never rated him that highly personally. Yeah. I didn't understand that move. I personally don't understand how they didn't go in for McAllister. That's a proper Man City midfielder.
You have to question.
But
normally
they don't even play
we
him
big them up.
They
We big them up in it, like with some of the shrewd business.
Yeah.
Savino, look at this kid now. Doku, all lives the flavour of the month. Now look,
that's all
I
they did,
said
though.
I said at the start of the season,
Man are dead.
Right? I said I couldn't understand how they hadn't replaced Alvarez.
Yeah,
and and
that's why we made you favourites, Rob.
With Rodri being out, well, you're in it now.
Well, that's why we made you favourites. That's why I said Arsenal favourites for the league. People were like, what? Can't say that.
Let me get
to all Liverpool fans watching. I did not make this picture, by the way, just to put that out.
You endorsed it, though.
Yeah, you endorsed it, mate.
I tried to put it down.
You
co-signed it, yeah.
Back up.
Don't try and backtrack now, mate.
LJ Brown says,
Give me the icing.
let me do some super chats here. LJ Brown says, Don, Robbie, after the suspicions that Pep had a fight with a player, do you think it was Edison as he was dropped? Edison or De Bruyne or Grealish? Because I still can't understand how he didn't bringing him on late as well. Marlon says it's official. Spurs are just a spicy Fulham. Sabita says AGT. Stop getting overconfident. It's
so hang
still
on.
very
you
early.
ask me every week to have more chest and be confident and put it on wax, and then I'm confident and you're all crying.
You're 9 points
You can't have it both ways, people.
Confident.
I'm on the train now. I ain't getting off until the end of the season. So get used to it.
Hey,
you never made that picture, no?
You did walk in here with
Hold that.
You walked in here with double D's today.
Schnee says Arsenal are second because their name starts with A. Adam T99 says love the banter with Pep and Anfield, but doing it at the end with his own fans, the bro is rattled. Love to see it. Made up being 3 a.m. in Australia. It was worth it watching it. 3 a.m. watching that game. Ricky Proctor says, Rob, keep your butt and excuses out when talking to AGT about Liverpool today. I'm a gunner, and let's give credit where credit's due. They're the best in the Premier League and the Champions League. They are at the moment.
No one can test that.
No, listen, you can't put no buts, if or buts into it. That was a very, very impressive performance.
Week.
Impressive week, yeah. You know what I mean? And
Real Madrid, champions of Spain and England.
Two teams
and Virgil van Dijk.
Two teams not the best, mate.
He is back to his form before the injury.
Both missing like 6 months.
And Ryan Gravenberch.
Playing when they got the players, mate.
That role that he does.
Silvio says, big up to AGT, and one advice, ignore Robbie and his delusions.
I do.
He simply lost the plot because of Arne Slot.
Yep.
La 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 la.